Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to design this real quick. Let's step into Photoshop. I'm not going to delay your time. Let's go to File, let's go to New, let's go to the document, and then let's change the dimension, the width to 2000, the height to 2000, the resolution to 300, and then I'm going to call it and then I'm going to set it to color white, and then I'm clicking on create. All right, so we are done with it. Let's also go to the views. We need to set our guards, okay, so that our alignment will be epic and will be great. So I'll set this side to 0.3 across, and I'll set this side to 6 across, and click on okay. Now let's start with a solid color, and to do that I'm going to come to this side, then I'm going to pick solid color, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the color here to 6233D33. All right, now also we need to bring in some few text. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my text tool, then I'll type over here. All right guys, follow. I don't want you to get lost along the way. We'll pick May, copy it, and then we are going to paste it there. Good. Now let's click over here. Let's click over here on the character, and then what we are going to do now guys is to choose a particular font we are going to be using, and the font we are going to be using is Impact. Okay, I'm going to be using Impact throughout. Okay, also guys, let's see the font size over here. Perhaps I'll set it to 100 for the meantime. Let me see. Okay, not bad, not bad. And then also the tracking, or the tracking here, let's set it to -10. Okay, it's coming out nicely. Let's make it italics also. And then guys, one more thing, let's change the color codes to something we can see, FFC702. Okay, I feel like these two color combinations are really going to work well. I'm going to drag it all the way somewhere here, Control T. Okay, then let's see, maybe let's keep it somewhere here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to duplicate it. So let's say 1 2 3. Okay, and I'm going to drag it all the way down to maybe somewhere here. I'm going to select it, and I'm going to click on this. Like you can see, it's to this, so I'm going to move it up a bit more, and then I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to click there again, and I feel like this is way better. Okay, so what we are also going to do is this. I feel like we need to reduce the, but we'll get there. When we get there, we'll cross it. Okay, so now guys, the first one, we are going to keep it like this. We are not going to touch it. The second one, I want you to go to the opacity. I want you to set the opacity to 50%. Good. All right, now the third one, this one, I want you to set the opacity to 25. Good. Now this one, I want you to set the opacity to 10. Great. So we are almost done with it. I want you to go back and pick your solid color, and I want you to choose black this time. Now I want you to go back to the opacity over here, and I want you to set the opacity to 46. Now click on the mask, the white mask here. Come and pick your brush tool, and then I want you to go up here and choose a soft round brush. Good. Now I also want you to come here and set this side to color black, and then when you come to the canvas, set your caps lock off, and then increase the brush size. We want to clean this side. Okay, so something like this is better. We are also going to keep everything in a group. Control G, let's call it BG for background. Now we need to add some glow to it, so I'm going to click and create a new layer. Then I'll come here and I'm going to pick maybe the colors around here they were about. All right, and then make sure my caps lock is off, decrease the size a bit, and then hit somewhere here. Then I'll set it to screen. Okay, now also guys, I'm going to reduce the size a bit. Okay, click over here and drag maybe to the middle here. That is good. Let's drag it into the background again. We're going to create another glow again. Let's create a new layer. This time we are going to click over here and pick the color code BA7 B6C. Great. And then caps lock off, choose your brush and then hit here 1 2. Now Control T and then resize it and drag it up somewhere here. Now I want you to go to the blending modes and I want you to set the blending mode to screen. Good. Let's drag it, push to the corner there, duplicate it and then drag this one also to the corner here. Okay, now I love the way it looks like. I'm going to put this in a group. I'm going to call it glow. Now we're done with our glow. Let's bring in our image. I'll go to file, I'll go to place embedded, and then I'm going to locate my let's just say, let's pick this. Let's go here. I'm going to pick this one. Alright, so I like the way it looks so far. It looks amazing. Let's put it in a group. Let's call it image. We also need to bring in some of our motions. I'll go to place embedded, then I'm going to pick this. I'll click over here. Now it's already there. That's good. Let's go back again. Let's go to place embedded and then let's click on this as well. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to put it in a group. I'm going to call it motion. Let's close image. Then let's drag motion underneath image. Nice. Good. We also need to bring in our plastic. Okay, so I'll go to place embedded. Now all this is to give it some nice texture and some realness. Okay, so that is good. What I'm going to do is I'll go here to the blending modes. I'll set it to soft light. I believe it's coming off nicely now. Okay, now also let's go to the image. This image, I'm going to create a new layer, then I'll right click it and then I'll create clipping mask. Now I'm going to pick my brush and then I'm going to pick the background color, hold alt and pick the background color. Okay, and I'm going to just paint somewhere here. Good. Now you can see it is already in there like that. That is good. You could even open it and drag it inside and then right click it and then create clipping mask. Makes it better. Okay, let me put this in a group. Let's call it texture. Okay, now let's also go to place embedded. Let's go to and let's pick our details or our contact. Enter. I'm going to drag it on top of it. Then I'm going to drag it. Click on your move tool and I'm going to drag it down. Most importantly, you need to make sure it's in the middle. Control T is in the middle. Nice. Good. We also need to go to place embedded and then let's go and pick in this chat box. Enter. And then let's drag it up here somewhere. Okay, what I can do now is I feel like there's not enough space there. So what I can do is I'm going to bring all this stuff down a bit more. Good. And then close it, and then the chat box, I'm going to push it somewhere here. Yep. Also guys, let's just double click it and then let's set it to gradient overlay. We need to give it some gradient. I'm going to click here and I'm going to double click over here and then let's give it these colors. I'm going to give it 9154143 here. I'll double click here and I'm going to give it 2F1812. Okay, but then I need to make sure this is taken off and then this radar is also clicked on. Alright, and then we need to go and set it to linear here and set the angle to 73 and then the scale to maybe around 91 thereabout. Also, most importantly, you need to make sure everything blends nicely. I think this is better. I'll click on OK. Let's see how it looks like. Yeah, I think this is good. Then I'll click on my text tool and I'll type somewhere here. I'm going to pick the rest of the detail and then I'm going to paste it there. Now guys, we are going to be using Montserrat for this part. Okay, I was going to set it to color white, pure white. Also, we need to make sure that the font size is decreased dramatically or drastically. 13 will do. Click on your move tool and then move it somewhere here. Now let's continue to work on it. I'm going to set this side to 20. I'm also going to make sure it's italics, guys, italics. Okay, and then what you want to do is hold alt and click here, and then guys, make sure it is in the middle of everything. All right, but then I need to make sure it goes up more. Okay, so I feel like this is way better. I'm going to put it in a group. I'm going to call it text. You can call it anything. I'm going to call this telephone number. Okay, and then now we need to merge everything together. Okay, I'm going to drag it on top, right click it and convert to a smart object. We need to add some camera raw filter to it. So let's go to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and then we are going to just add some few sliders to it, and that's all. So first we are going to contrast here. I'm going to add 18 to contrast. Okay, and I'm going to leave it like that. I won't touch anything else again. I'll go to FX here just to add some grains to it, grains over there, and then vignette as well. I'll add -11 to it. Okay, and then that is it. I'll click on OK. So just like that, it makes a big difference. Also, let's go and tie all the colors together by going here and going for gradient map. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to click on this side. Then I'm going to pick this color. I'm going to pick 5E 3A 31. Good. Then I'm going to double click here and I'm going to pick FFC590. Alright, so that's it. I'll set it to soft light. And guys, this is how you create something like this. Okay, now very important, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Also guys, each video that you watch, I want you to hit the bell icon, and I want you to like the video and comment under it. Like the video, comment under it. That's what makes me do more of these videos. I love you all. See you in the next one. Peace out.